As he gets back in the site because everyone else has rotated over toward B.
It's going to be a fun battle to watch throughout this half, that Brokey versus Yekindar over in the bathrooms. Yekindar has a lot of plays he likes to make to gain map control, to apply pressure. And as we can see in that round, more than willing to kind of walk through Virtus.pro's own smoke and just test and see if anyone's watching the other side. This time, unfortunately for him, Brokey was. And FaZe go for a mid-round information play. No flashbang to give it up, but Olaf, ooh, he's in trouble. He's not going to clear. The equalizer is found.
That's peculiar. You get the man advantage and he just walks away and gives that up, but they just don't have any other read. Deep smoke as well for Rain to try and give himself something. Buy a bit more time. 30 seconds left. If they can force Virtus.pro to have to rush too quickly and make mistakes on the entry, that might be their best point to success. Molotov will force Rain to move. He's back down toward the pit. Twist on the pillar, wants to wrap around, but he's tagged up by a Molotov, forced out. Second one came in and it spread far enough as Kerrigan and Rain now have to try and hold the site, both inside the pit, in fact. And it's going to be such a tough position as Flip baits out the shot. They'll get the plant in position. Brokey's gone down already. He tried to wrap it around and support his teammates down below him as Rain jumps over. He did not hit that. I thought he did. His name on the kill feed from the kill prior as James will take down Kerrigan on Cat. Rain is transferred around and James got that as well. And that is exactly what we talked about with the T-sided op.
Oh yeah, and FaZe even had the read. FaZe even had an extra player on that defense. They rotated him over just in time. Kerrigan got there at the right moment. They just couldn't put a stop to it. It's the kill on the Twist that opens it up and makes that bomb site really collapse. Unfortunately, that Molotov spreads just enough to burn his feet and force him out into the open, into a fight he did not want, and definitely didn't want at that point in time. Rain did everything he could, but what a tough scenario to be in. 4-1, an early lead for Virtus.pro. We've seen them grind it back and come back on both maps to be competitive. FaZe might have to do the same here on Overpass, depending on how these goes. Kerrigan with the scout. Sees the shoulder peek out a little bit slow, and he's got the head. Yekindar missed everything. Kerrigan gonna keep fighting, but Buster.
If that's an op, I think he swings and flicks and hits the shoulders as fast as ever. He's trying to line up that headshot.
Yep, that was his only chance of survival.
It's like popping a tiny little pimple on your screen. I don't know. That was awfully specific too, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay, yeah. I wasn't going to call you out for that one.
Well, Flit's going to fall back towards... Fall back? What am I saying? He's T-side. He's going to fall into position, I suppose. I was going to say fall back towards safety because they were starting to look like they were going to rotate toward connector, but he's going up now to bathrooms. They'll cover that off as well with Kickard and James to try and open up a pick toward the site. Not from long, but directly inside. Doesn't see anyone. That'll give them confidence for the execution. Brokey, oh, I think he looked away just too soon. Missed another shadow position in front of him. And now they'll try and pursue the position of Rain on top of the site. Only the Deagle to work with. They may have gotten one. Utility was in the hands for Brokey to try and get the shot. But it's Kickard now with the kill. And Virtus.pro looking like they're going to find a fifth. Olaf might be able to surprise and stun through the smoke. Flit's gun barrel sticking out. He'd see it as soon as he shows up, but he actually crouched at the right time. That makes it a bit awkward. Not as quick and concise as they would have liked to get that AK in the play. As Twist, with it all to do, is spotted immediately by Buster.
That's a bummer. I mean, at the exact time that FaZe calls to make that play, a flashbang over for Brokey to peek and see if anyone's there. As he's looking away from his teammate's flash, that's when he turns the corner. And I mean, it's tough to know the timing on those kind of plays. You can see how quiet and how slow Virtus.pro progresses across the map and progresses into bathrooms, and that messes with the timing. It's not always going to be picture perfect. Round number 7 coming in hot. AWP in the hands of Brokey, AWP in the hands of James still. No kits for the CT side.
Kinder's gonna wait it out of Monster as the smoke is deployed again. Is he a fire-breathing monster? Is that why he's smoky mouth so much?
Yeah.
Or is that some sort of like toxin that's gonna come out, you know?
Like a toxic gas?
Yeah.
They're going real deep into the sci-fi rabbit hole.
Or mouth hole of Monster, depending on how you look at it.
Again, no indication this is coming. They're just so quiet the whole time. And that trap never gets sprung. Does Flit want to press the issue?
Twist manages to get one. Molotov out. Oh, did Twist hear it? He's trying to go around the corner. He does damage enough onto Flit, but he survives. And that's key. Oh, Rain needs to be so careful right now over toward the bathrooms. Buster waiting on the other side of the door. Bomb is intentionally dropped back toward T-Stairs, back by that sick club that everyone wants to go party at after the major, but they'll go back and grab that now.
The style of Virtus Pro as they're just quietly, sneakily walking into Monster for a contact play, it's going to make you feel so nervous as a defender, feeling like you always need to have some utility at the choke point. Rain going for information, and he finds it, and actually Brokey, ooh, he's aware. Might not be fully aware that someone's this close. Backing away. A lot of pressure towards the B bomb site. Heaven is smoked off. That's going to keep defenders planted. Brokey's got to deliver. First shot is good. Into a 3-on-3. Remember, no kits and no utility for the CT side for this post-plant scenario. Brokey might need to get one more before they arrive.
Hasn't done it yet. Flit still surviving on that 12 HP. Buster's tagged through the edge of the box, but all three from the same side. Twist on 44. Kerrigan to swing. He gets the shot instead on Buster, and now they've got to go for the bomb, but they do not have a smoke.
Or a kit.
Or a kit. And James has it all to play for with the shots. Wide open vision. And I think enough to win out this round. They're going to have to do something to get that AWP moving. And so far, no position and no control. Now they know it's just the op remaining. Twist is low, though. He can collateral on both, but he's missed it. Brokey gets the shot, and there's time enough, surely. No, there's not. They're gone. They're gone indeed. I thought there was still plenty on that, but not even close.
Oh, I cannot believe Brokey actually looked away with the AWP. That was... Oof. Oh man, James even just sailing one past. Yeah, maybe if there'd been a kit, but 6-1 for Virtus Pro. Close, but no cigar. And VP is just doing barely enough. FaZe, for the first time in this series, are being tested in a way they haven't had to even think about yet. Inferno was a pretty big lead. Ancient was comfortable for the most part until the second half, and this is brutal. But again, remember, as we said it leading into this map, this is where that experience from FaZe that they consider to be so valuable for this team, that's where you have to see the quality. What kind of performance is it going to bring forward to come back in this match? Early 5-round deficit.
Yeah, this is tense times for North American fans, given that FaZe is very much a North American organization from a, standpoint of the business itself. International organization, they've also got the last remaining North American in this event. As if NACS needs any more heartbreak. Yeah, I see
elimination.
You, Jason.
Yeah.
I see you, Jason, over there cringing at the thought of that.
Yeah, it's not the best times.
Leave it to a Canadian to save the Americans again, Jason. That's all I'm saying. We just got to fly the flag for North America. Every damn time.
See if you can deliver. You and your maple syrup. Molotov's out into the staircase. That's a nice little nade. Does decent chip damage onto Flit. 30 HP taken from him. FaZe has a setup on highway with Rain up close with an M4. Op on Brokey. I don't think Flit's going to challenge this. The main point of attack is towards Long. He's going to let them do the work, and he'll be able to respond however he chooses based off of what they accomplish. No information for FaZe. Oh no, worst timing possible. Oh, Brokey somehow manages it in transition, and that should force him back, at least for the moment.
Not only did he manage the kill on Kinder, he gets far enough away that they didn't actually get the follow-up they did. He got too close, and James makes no mistake, although he does take a bullet to the dome. It's all that hair, the cushion to the blow, and he's left on 9 HP. Brokey still inside of the site, has at least got Kerrigan to come over. His head shows behind the dumpster, and he will duck down, knowing that those strays through the smoke could easily pierce his skull and take him out. It's an AK-47 after all, as Kicker gets up on top of the truck, bomb planted. Yeah, and again, there's a kit, but there's no smoke. So this AWP on James is going to be huge. Thankfully, he's low on health, but this is going to be another so tough retake. Truck is spammable, but Kerrigan doesn't have the information as he gets closer to the site. Flit will take him out of it immediately. As Kicker's still there, is able to get only one. Twist trades, Twist swings, Twist takes out Buster, and he's gonna have to back away, unfortunately. So it's FaZe down, VP up, and that's the way James likes to hold his AWP. Nice, saved it. Nice. He did save it, it's James. Nice, even better, Jason.
Yeah, but you can see Brokey and Twist, there's no hesitation on that call to save. They just played out this scenario in the previous round. They don't want to do it again. No kit, no smoke. They know James Opp is still in play. They don't want to mess with it. So again, FaZe get close on the retake, but this is getting brutal. This is getting very, very brutal. 7-1 scoreline for VP, and a timeout is called by FaZe.
Yeah, it has to be.
They need to recover right now, and they can buy again. Twist and Brokey can both drop weapons over to teammates. But they need to put an actual stop, and I think that's got to be the call from FaZe. I think if you're VP, you need to expect something different. You cannot expect coming into this next round and having FaZe just play a standard defense. They've got to be setting up for some kind of a play to give themselves an advantage in the round. Something creative. And actually, I'll just go ahead and kind of take that back, because they didn't drop the weapons over as I expected. They go for a half buy. Kerrigan with the scout, a couple of pistols. Still could get creative.
Man, oh man. I mean, we saw Virtus.pro coming on stronger and stronger on Ancient in the last map, but FaZe, we didn't think they'd fallen out of it completely. This is just flat from them completely. And they're getting annihilated. They're falling into exactly what Virtus.pro wants, right? Opening picks, thin the defense, take the map.
Well, they're taking so much map control, not having to use utility. And they're doing it quietly, they're taking risks, and they're being rewarded for those. And this is what we said. Throw those statistics out the window. Remember, FaZe have like an 83% win rate on this map in the last 3 months. It's not looking like it at the moment.
Only played it 6 times though, right? So sometimes that can be very misleading as well.
VP's being the one to set the tone, set the pace.
Man, not the sort of finish we would have expected from them, but not only that, the mentality of it, right? We know there's certain personalities. This is when you got to look to like Olaf and Rain to really hold themselves together. Twist still has 7 kills, Brokey on 6. They're getting it done, but you need the composure. You need to reset the game plan, and Kerrigan as well, only 2 kills right now. Olaf can't get the shot. Flick's going to take him down. Remember,
a lot of those kills, the decent volume of those kills are coming in post-plant situations when FaZe almost doesn't really have a chance to convert it. They need to start getting frags on the initial execution. Might have a chance here. Yekindar is going to lead the way. Up top, but he's blinded. Brokey drops in towards water. Into the pit behind the site. Twist off angle is dropped. Great entrance from Yekindar provided. And that was the last defender in the site. Everyone else is going to back away, and now it's about saving the rifles, saving the op.
Yeah, this is not looking good. Keep in mind, the only round they've lost was the pistol, and they actually outplayed FaZe in that as well. They just overlooked Brokey, who made things awkward for them by staying alive at the sandbags and not being spotted. So this has been all Virtus.pro. Absolutely all Virtus.pro.
It's wild to think, if you go back to the start of this series on Inferno, it looked like FaZe had such a good game plan on that map. It looked like they were so comfortable with the style of play that Virtus.pro brought out. They were comfortable taking early engagements and finding opening kills, neutralizing some of the impact of Virtus.pro's style. They had a lot of flanks going on, and now they don't seem comfortable in any way on overpass.
Not even closely. And the crazy part about this is that they have one of the best, I would say, bathroom players of all time on their team in Rain. That guy is so good in that position when he gets going, but he's been cut out how many times? You know, he tried to go up for the flank on Jame. That could have been a round-defining moment, and he makes a little bit too much noise. Jame hears him. He's further back maybe than he thought and gets the op shot onto him instead, keeps them alive. They go into the site. You go back to as well, the few rounds before that, he's actually battling it out with Buster, who stays patient. He can't flank. He gets cut out by him as well. So it's just the patience of Virtus.pro is frustrating the hell out of FaZe right now.
Yeah, it really is. And you add to that the frustration of looking at the scoreline of 1-8, the frustration of this being the deciding map in a series that dictates whether you get to the playoffs of the major. There's a lot of things to be stressed about if you're one of the FaZe players at the moment. Another buy coming in. At this point, FaZe would love to just have a chance at some of these retakes.
Flash is up in the air for Yekindar as he wants to get around the corner. Like that did briefly blind. Brokey in the bathrooms, but Rain going down connector finally gets an opening kill for FaZe. And they have to get into this now. If they want into this game at all, it's got to be now. Rain caught out, flashed, and removed. No, hesitation.
Yeah, indecision. I thought he was just gonna, when he saw the smoke coming, I thought he was just gonna give it all up and back all the way away, but gets caught in transition, gets caught in no man's land. And Brokey has a tough job to do, almost connects through the smoke, but that would have been pure luck.
And one pick to make it stick again for VP? Is that really what this is going to come down to? Brokey gets the leg shot, but can't switch to the pistol fast enough, and it's going to fall apart. Yeah, I think Rain, you get a first pick, and you're struggling like this, take the safe play.
Kerrigan's gonna now push up, but look at VP. They just hit the pause button, man advantage, and they're like, sure, come find information. We want it. Yekino doesn't connect the shot, but that's a victory in itself, forcing Kerrigan back. It's keeping 2 players at the B bomb site. VP still have 30 seconds to figure out exactly where they want to go. The bomb's gonna start rotating back towards B. And I think a little bit of pressure applied by Yekindar at this moment with low HP. As long as he could just get an engagement and survive, that might pull the follow-up defender. It certainly will if he gets this kill on Kerrigan. Just walking in, now running. And you should start to see some of those dots move, although Kerrigan's figured it out. Twist holding his nerve, finds James, and this is finally looking good for FaZe.
And that all comes down to the fact that Kerrigan got a bit of fortunate timing, and also that Yekindar decided to get on the horse and start running, thinking that the rotations had already gone back around. It gave him the kill, it gave Twist the information. It's given Buster a chance on top of the site! They just barely win out the round on time alone, but he still gets the kill on Kerrigan. 8-2, FaZe. Whoa. Letting time be the 6th man on the team.
Yeah, but that's actually disaster striking for FaZe. Yeah, you win the round, and at this point, you'll take it. All 5 players go down. You rebuy into the follow-up, which is you at a breaking point, which is you with little to no money built up. Everything's reinvested into the round. FaZe, if they want to make this into a half, if they want to come back and make this competitive, they must win this round.
Man, if he had killed him through the smoke with a second left on the clock, that would just be the nail in the coffin.
That would have been like, call the game. Like, everything's going for VP. We might as well not play this one out.
Yeah, FaZe would look about as bad as McGregor as a boxer, and they would not be defending themselves after that, I don't think.
McGregor and the boxer. Way to style that one out.
I mean, FaZe almost look as broken as McGregor's leg right now.
Oof, that's not bad.
And VP's wondering, who the is this team?
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, you brought it back.
Yeah, I'm feeling like Thorin just crowbarring jokes in when they shouldn't be there.
Yeah, good on you.
I'm getting it figured out.
Oh, Flit gonna find a timing to jump up, a silent boost. A less than silent fall. Oh man, this is so risky for FaZe. At this stage in the game, in this scenario, this kind of a play is so frightening. Smoke's gonna clear. Kickert is aware of the possibility of this. There's no flashbang to set this up, so they're gonna walk. Oh no! The timing! The nade pulled out! That gave FaZe the opportunity they needed. Now it does go 2 for 2 because Virtus Pro had everyone on this side of the bomb site. But 30 seconds and VP gonna play a 3-on-3.
James trying to get inside the site, 3-on-3, but low HP. Doesn't matter now if they can pull it back down to now a 2-on-2. Yekindar with a kill. And James on the ult knows he's got everything he needs in that weapon to work with. Where's the shots to come back? Kerrigan,
oh no!
Don't give this man more chances. How is he still alive? Finally, they'll surround him and Brokey does the job. But that was awkward. FaZe finding 2 rounds on a row now, and they desperately needed it.
Yeah, they're still not out of the woods just yet. Still going to be a precarious money situation for FaZe as they rebuy into this, losing 3 players. But they had to get a couple gifts into that round. First, Kickert pulling out the nade at the perfect timing as Olaf turns the corner. That one was brutal. That likely would have been an easy double kill and an easy victory for Virtus Pro afterwards. Those 2 players would have gone down, and they would have had access. The next one is the missed shots from James in this engagement. Maybe VP doesn't win it off the back of that. Time was very low, but the opportunity would have been there. At this point, though, with this kind of a deficit, FaZe is happy to take it. Essentially begging for a few things to go their way. This will be a gutsy comeback if FaZe can make it happen.
Let's not read into it too much yet, Jason. I mean, yes, they've gotten 2 rounds in a row and they can still make this a half, but they're still in a tough position.
Yes.
Even giving up 8 on the T side is a tough position no matter how you look at it, but James going to start looking at the site. He's got the AWP. Icader's going to push up underneath of that, get closer to the bathroom position. They do have a hold in the corner by Rain on an MP9, but they don't have a forward stance anywhere else over toward A, so this is actually 2 in the site to try and play off of that. Bomb's way back at T stairs as well. Just so this is not commitment. Rain swings it, and that's a little better from him. Smoke to fade away. Tried to get the flash out before he got inside of the bathroom, and Flit found him and punished it. And they did not have a counter peak position despite the crossfire deep in the site.
This is a long time for Flit to be in this position, able to peek up into the site and maybe catch someone unawares. There's two Molotovs as well. There's a Molotov for Truck. That's the position Brokey played in previously, and now shifting into, shifting into as well. Olaf is dropping away. Brokey's going to be here. When does Buster turn the corner? Kerrigan, he's trying to find the timing on this peek. That flashbang is perfect, but Kerrigan gets it anyways, even blind, and Brokey just steps back from the flames, and now delivering. And finally, FaZe with a comfortable defense can feel great about a round.
And things are back to normal because James has to go hide with his gun and try and save. He's going to be hunted down. Kerrigan trying to be the one to get him. Remember last time, these two had an awkward exchange. Kerrigan's got him after the time. Even worse for James, $650 only. Now, they can buy on this with forcing it out. Flit's got $67.50, so they may not be out of the woods just yet. But it's crazy how 1 second and one missed bullet through a smoke has allowed FaZe back into this game somewhat.
Well, it's at least allowed them to set their feet, right? They can at least get comfortable. Well, not comfortable. I'll take that back. There's going to be nothing comfortable about this entire map. But at least lets them feel like they have some breathing room with money behind them, not losing too many players. It's only Rain, whose economy is really a little bit shattered, down to $100 after the buy. But man, it's been tough just to get to this point for FaZe. Good on Brokey. Previously, during that execute, the fire forced him all the way back behind the smoke at the dumpster towards CT stairs. This time he sticks around a bit more aggressive and he's rewarded. But really the battle that won in the round was Kerrigan blind finding Buster at long. If Kerrigan goes down there, Buster's got the wide swing angle onto Brokey and he doesn't find that double kill.
Twist waiting it out inside of the monster position with the Molotovs down. Smokes as well. Flit inside of the door at the connector. The door open as well, I think even removed by a grenade. Was nearly spotted by the jump peek at Heaven. I didn't quite see if he did spot him or not. Either way, that's not going to lead to an exchange. Haven't seen too much of the jump boost going on towards short this game, by the way. Normally we see at least once a half someone's going to get obliterated trying it. Flashes go deep. Brokey to cover off his teammates in the form of Rain, who's out toward long this time. Flower position, haven't seen them play there too often. He has to play the park sign. He cannot leave Rain in a one and done situation at that position, but right now it may not even come to that.
The nice thing about the position for Rain is when this clock keeps ticking down and gets a little bit lower, it's a great position for Rain to like push up, turn the corner, clear out bathrooms, get information, and be able to shrink the map, allow Brokey to rotate over as well. Question is if he has the courage to do it, because as you mentioned earlier, he did get picked off being aggressive going for a similar information play. But it's getting to be about that time. 30 seconds and Rain's making his move now to clear long. Here's that boost you just mentioned. One kill, Flit couldn't respond in time, and FaZe know everything.
Flash to hold them off, 25 seconds, Kerrigan. Careful, son, you're touching the wall, not around it. You can see he tried to strafe into it. He thought he had a better coverage position, and the bomb plant's gonna come in on that kill alone. Twist once more, he has to fade off, fortunately. Oh, now he's got it, now he's got the double. They get back in position, and Olaf was able to rotate around and get the kill that nearly cost them, as it is gonna be 8-5, FaZe with 4 in a row.
Well, you want to continue that Rocky IV analogy. FaZe has taken so many punches from Virtus Pro early on, and finally, perhaps getting him a little bit tired, perhaps figuring things out and punching back. It's 4 rounds straight for this FaZe defense, and again, 4 players survive. And 2 rounds left in the first half. Man, if FaZe rattle off 6 in a row to close out the half to get to 7-8, that would be spectacular.
Wrap from Olaf down catwalk that gave Twist a bit more room to move. Oh, now we're getting their confidence as well. Look at this flash over Rain. He's back. He's looking comfy now. Let it rain with that grenade. That does absolutely no damage because Counter-Strike Global Offensive, everyone. Just a drizzle.
Just a drizzle. Spring shower. Run boost for Yekindar. Nobody at the angle.
Flash deep, catches them all. They won't know it, but that's fine.
You have to think that take this control, clear this close corner, fall back towards bathroom. Brokey did see the shoulder on a jiggle peek, and Flit goes down. 5-on-4 for FaZe, but still they have the utility Virtus Pro for an execute for a set piece. Up long we go, blinded, and Brokey still got that shot as well. Saw the body before the flash popped. Ooh, almost another one, but now he's gonna get aggressive. They could have doubled him up, and it's a slaughter anyways. FaZe starting to feel like they're in this map. 6-8.
Rain on top of the garbage will put Kicker in the dumpster, and it's, yeah, you're right, 6-8. FaZe coming out of the grave for this one.
It's fantastic too, because it's scary when you start seeing that scoreline of 8-1 at one point, and you feel like going into a third map, and in this kind of a situation for a spot in the playoffs on the line, you don't want that final map to be just a whimper for one team to just kind of get blown out. It's good to see this FaZe have this fight in them. Answering the bell. Timeout is called. That's by Virtus Pro. It's their third timeout. They really don't like the way FaZe have come storming back into this game. It's not critical, but if you're VP, it would be nice to stop this run from FaZe in the final round of this half rather than letting FaZe take a huge streak into the second half pistol.
Buster with the bomb to be delivered outside of the tunnels. Kerrigan trying to get a lineup and fire into it. His aim was so bad against Jame in that clutch that he actually had to attach a scope to his rifles now.
Just a little bit of assistance. It's all good. Twisted this off angle. He loves it.
I mean, it's better than using like a wordpad.exe. To help his aim?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that. Twist! He likes it. He's gone out and he's gotten two. Olaf adds to that. Flit only managing one with his AK. But it's in toward Monster they go because that double pressure, full court press, if you will, has left an opening in the backside. Kerrigan's aware of it. He'll rotate around, then Olaf's turned his attention that direction as well. It's down to Jame. A minute and 3, and guess what? It's round 15. You can save it if you want, Jame. You really could, but it doesn't matter. Rain's gonna flank around, and believe it or not, it is a one-round game.
I can't believe they've done it. That's wonderful from FaZe. 6 in a row. This was looking like they might get wiped off the map, wiped out of the major. Incredible recovery to give themselves a chance. It's still a phenomenal half from Virtus Pro. It's still a lead into the second half.
And it wasn't even the 8-1 so much that you said, like, you start to see it and you think this is scary. It was the fashion
in which they got to 8-1, yeah.
Oh my god, they were just getting absolutely annihilated. They didn't even look like they were in the game at all.
Yeah, but it was a complete 180 after that. Like, in the last 4 rounds of the half, FaZe's defense was so good. 3 kills for Virtus Pro in the last 4 rounds. Like, FaZe figured it out. It just took them a minute. I don't think they have the time for that in the second half. They got to start out hot. Pistol round. Rain is in underpass. 4 players going to be attacking the B bomb site, but Yakindar, oh, he puts him down. 2 swift headshots at range, and FaZe haven't even been able to put their utility into action.
Buster, a couple of quick shots onto short. Nickender trying to do what he can at long, can't do anything with it yet. Bomb still sits on the deck from where Twist and Kerrigan fell. Could be a pistol this time for Virtus Pro. Remember, they lost the first one to FaZe despite the immediate comeback. Rain's got the shot. He'll sit from sandbags. There's going to be a flank in that position as well, so they need to make a decision here because they are losing the map. Jame is going to pinch Rain into position right now. And he's made noise. That wasn't a silent jump all, but he spots the door opening behind him.
Well, all he's done is let him know that he's there. Let him know that they can't fall back, and that's going to create chaos. 52 seconds, and FaZe is trying to figure out what to do. They know there's going to be a stack at this bomb site. They know there's one behind somewhere.
Flash over top. Buster blind completely. That'll let Rain cross over. Obviously, they know he's there. That's not really the point. He just wants to get in the sight so he can do things like that. The menacing man. As Buster gets one back, Flit will cover off onto Brocky. And now it's down to Olaf in a 1-on-3. Can he buy enough time? Needs to buy about another 25 seconds of it, and I don't know that time goes cheap on the market, so he may have to sacrifice a few body parts to do it. So far not, as he's taken Flit's head off, and he still wants to hold the pillar. Spots another shoulder, and when he peeks again, Buster's got it. And unfortunately, time too expensive in this one. They'll be able to hold on and get the defuse. So it'll go 9-7 for Virtus Pro.
That's a really difficult clutch. Virtus Pro almost lets those 2 kills from Yekindar slip away. They almost give up a couple, but I think FaZe, considering the situation they were in, are going to be very, very happy with the plant. Extra money for everyone and signifies the likelihood of a second round bye from FaZe Clan. AK-47 on Brokey and Twist. Galil on Rain, Scout on Kerrigan.
Started. That's how it all went down, but this bomb plant, FaZe can return the favor of the first half. Just like they have in the other maps, and certainly on map 1 they did. Go way back to Inferno.
Yeah, they did one on Ancient as well. Tag through the smoke. Not too much damage on the kicker. FaZe is going to have all 4 people on the other side of the map just passing by the fountain. I think Kerrigan just wants to peek with the scout and clear out any presence, anyone peeking out towards long. Doesn't seem to be like a huge point of emphasis for them though. FaZe going to start making their move in towards bathrooms. Again, just like VP, slowly creeping, not a whole lot of utility used because they don't have a whole lot for the late round. And this is a great defense from Virtus Pro. They're going to be happy with the engagement that's coming. Twist peeks into it, doesn't get a shot off. Great shot from Yekindar, and they still don't know the second player is here.
Yekindar takes down Brokey. He's blinded up though, and that allows the Rain, the swing. He's done so much damage, but little did he know that James was there to take care of his little friend Flit, and he could not get the secondary kill as the babysitter has put the kids to bed. Babysitter tried to put me to bed so many times, I'd fake it, Jason.
Nice. 7-10. FaZe Clan's going to be on just pistols. They need to play the economy game now. Now it's about getting back and having the next round be a very strong buy with all the utility that you could possibly use. Give them the tools they need to flex across the map, take some control and see what they can get from there, and then pick and execute based off the kills they get.
See if they can recover from this phase. They've done it the hard way in the first half, but they're certainly not making that any easier, losing the momentum already on halftime number 2. That's a huge round for Virtus Pro to win because now they should find 11-7. Just could not open up the sight. Ooh. That's not bad, but unfortunately it's through a wall as well, so it's dink into Yekindar that only does 40 damage.
It all counts. Oh, mid-round long aggression. Rain gonna peek around this corner, and that's an odd angle. Yeah, see, almost converts the damage that Twist did earlier. Yekindar now down to 23. But again, another second player situation that has been spotted by FaZe is gonna be out towards long. Kicker finds Kerrigan playing with the edge of his smoke. And this round is all but over. Well, Matt, it's been a grueling series. All these maps going the distance, and you feel like this shouldn't be any different. 16-13 on Inferno, what, 16-14 on Ancient.
Yeah, Virtus Pro have clawed into this, gaining momentum in each and every map.
It's nice they get to play from the front. Now, they did mention on the desk earlier, Virtus Pro, just a team that for whatever reason, just I think the new joke going around is that Virtus Pro's paid by the round that they play.
Yes, that is the new joke.
So many close games, so many grindy games.
Everyone thinks that James actually saving money in the game. He's actually making money in real life.
It's next level.
It is. Why would I clutch when I can just get paid?
We just saw the coach call a timeout here. Final timeout for Virtus Pro, interestingly enough.
Well, they know that this is the next gun round, and this is massive. They win this, and deny a bomb plant as well, then they potentially get themselves up to 13-7, and it's all but done at the way that this game's been going.
The other side of the coin, though, is if FaZe bring this back and start closing up the scoreline and think about the potential overtime situation, and you have no timeouts left. A lot on this conversation. A lot on this round for FaZe. Yekindar, moral support.
Well, at least he's here for something. Now, those are prescribed names. He sits right now at 15 kills. In fact, Flit, Yekindar, and Buster all on 15.
Brokey with 14 for FaZe. Twist with 12. Here we go. Deep Molotov and FaZe has beat it, running through playground. Yekindar, a little bit of danger, but the timing's just fine. Twist catches a glimpse of him, calls it out to his teammates, and Yekindar, of course, going to stick around, hoping someone comes through the smoke. He hears that drop down.
Gonna work in toward the smoke. Twist firing, jumping down. Molotov in. Knows he's probably outside somewhere, but does he go up to above? Watch that shadow. It's too obvious. I was gonna say, Twist, you gotta get that kill. The aim that far removed, the spray that deep into its life. And he does. It goes 1 for 1 as FaZe trade.
Yeah, but I think FaZe should be happy with that. That could have very easily been a double kill. I think more often than not, Yekindar probably gets a double kill off that one. A little bit sketchy. Uncharacteristic of Yekindar, the aim we saw on Kerrigan just there. Back to the B-bomb site for FaZe. Quiet all across the map. Virtus.pro's defense at the moment is stagnant. You have Jame at the long position.
I've just noticed for the first time ever that the scorebot, well, it may have happened before, but it's wrong on HLTV because Yekindar has, correct me if I'm wrong, Jason, how many kills, deaths in game? He's got 14? Scorebot says he's at 15, so.
Ooh, maybe they're ahead of the game. Buster's got the first kill, but everything's traded after that. Kickert finds one as well. Good entrance from Rain. Good follow-up. They know Kickert's down here. Have to win it. Kickert's got one, and he's put Jame in a winnable position. One-on-one, and Brokey's got very low health.
Silent movement to get down inside of water for Jame, and he'll hear Brokey rotating around. Oh, Brokey thinks he's got the gig. James one step ahead. James one step ahead, and he's only on 12 HP. Brokey has absolutely no chance at this, but now a battle of wits, a battle of patience, and who will prevail? James gonna slide out, and Brokey gets the angle because the feet show first, and the patience of the man. He just wanted to get as far away as possible. I thought he was gonna go for the full wrap, and I thought he was done for.
If he had been, he would have died. Jame had all the information. That pause is phenomenal from Brokey. What a great clutch to win with low HP. That's huge. This is magnificent. Rain with a good first kill, the follow-up as well onto Flit. That was massive. And Brokey able to clean things up. And Jame didn't want to tap the bomb because then you lose track. You don't know if Brokey's going to be coming from Monster, coming from Sandbags, which way to look. He thought he had all the information he needed. What a stunning shot from Brokey. Just 3 rounds back now for FaZe.
Well, you look at it the correct way. 3 rounds is the difference between them. There's only 5 to go for Virtus.pro. Money again for them in this particular round. And money's still very tight as well on the FaZe side, so this is another breakpoint situation.
That's what makes this comeback from FaZe so impressive, especially considering their recovery in the first half, is they were in such a tenuous monetary situation for most of it. It took them a long time to stabilize their money. And a similar situation here, although fair play easier to contend and deal with on the T side. But they need more. Kerrigan, one of the most respected in-game leaders in all of CSGO. One of the most experienced, surely it's all going to be put to the test here.
Flit trying to do a little bit of damage, spraying through that Rain actually did suffer from. Lost 8 HP, not a huge deal, let's be honest, but they still get into the water position inside construction, trying to make sure that they can take the site quickly. Nade to try and deter the position up close. Molotov gets bounced behind, that's gonna force them out. They see two, they see the stack late. Oh, but they get away with it. That could have been a slaughter for Olaf, and Flit gets the kill instead, but they're not done there because Kerrigan's come in from Monster, and a Molotov at the barrels meant transition for Kickert, and he could not run from death as it knocked on the door, but Jame, he catches out Twists, as he's trying to do more than that. Flit knows that they're on the ramp above. Bomb still gets planted, swings, and Brokey hits in a very, very important shot to leave it in a 3-on-3. Nearly gets an angle on the side. He takes Yakinder down, and James has to back up. How can they possibly try to get back into the site on this? There's kits in play? No, they're on the ground. They have to be nearer to the site than that, surely, as they try and move forward. How do they find the pick? As the patience for Kerrigan to stay in has Rain behind the cloud, behind the smoke, to wait and bait and try and perfect that bomb. As they smoke that off again, no, Rain's gonna have to play this perfectly off to Kerrigan. He takes a shot in the kneecap, but he dances around, and that's when Rain goes. He knows one's distracted, and that should be enough to win it out. And Kerrigan's movement is perfect in the end.
Oh, that is a very, if I can say so, uninspiring retake in the 2v2. That was so slow-paced, and as you said, they didn't have a kit whatsoever. That didn't feel like their heart was truly in attempting to try and win that. And I hate to say it, but yeah, that's... It's not the kind of retake you want to look at if you're VP. The lead is cut down to 2, and now Virtus.pro are out of money. They lost everything there.
All right, look, Peter from HLTV. Scoreboard is not wrong, because it just counts death from the C4 explosions, which aren't counted in-game. Look, I was gonna maybe think that was the case, but why would you guys be so silly as to mislead people by counting that, Peter? Fix your scorebot and your forms, because they're, you know, I'm not gonna get into it. Let's go. Back to the game, Jason, shall we?
Back to the game. Back to you in the studio. Deagles.
Okay, he did say, he followed up to say that they count that because it can affect economy, which is a fair point, and I'll let you off the hook this time, Peter.
Ooh.
Twist with the opener. Rain is going to wrap around. Oh, he didn't peek far enough. The kicker might get away. Kicker is good. Oh, I thought Twist was running right into that.
This is wild.
I think Kicker still gets away with this pistol, and the crosshair placement's easy. He knows they're there. He waits. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, but blinded up. A dink, but not much time to think. He gets taken down afterwards. Brokey's got the kill onto James after he got one, but look at this. Flit's still in close. Brokey can't possibly let him stand in the corner much longer, and they'll check them all.
Yeah.
Hide and go seek. Rain will get the peek.
Yeah, once they know there's a stack there, they're going to be aware of everything, checking every corner. 1 round lead now for Virtus.pro. FaZe have come back magnificently. And of course, this is going to be a back and forth affair down the stretch. Guns finally back in the hands of Virtus.pro. Although again, there's no kit.
Yeah, no kit is significant considering the bomb plants are now coming in from FaZe consistently. 1 round. If they pull this off, what an effort. As they flirt with everyone. All the emotions. Everyone's been on both sides of it this game.
The full spectrum of emotions.
And I'm not just talking about the players and us, I'm talking about everyone. Everyone watching as well. Like, this has been tense.
Double nade. No one in those positions. Even a nade a little bit more shallow through Monster in case the player stepped forward. Monster is smoked by Virtus.pro, and looks like FaZe want to end here at this B bomb site, or at least they did initially. Now going to back away. Twist is met up with Kerrigan and Brokey towards Fountain. Yekindar is going for information. This could be an awkwardly timed play. Awkwardly timed push. And Yekindar has no fear. But he's the only defender at this bomb site. Actually, they can completely walk past him in all the defense. James is going to hustle back to the A bomb site to rectify that situation. And here we go.
Twist is going to take the charge up and over top of the truck. He's on a mission, and he finds James. Shots ricochet his direction, and he's fragmented by bullets down to a fraction of HP, but it's Olaf that goes backwards to find Yakinder. Rain is rising above to try and spot both of the entry points, but they're going to back it off. 3 players left alive. Virtus.pro, this is the situation they're now in. This game is turning, and FaZe are going to knot this up 11-11.
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble on the setup there for Virtus.pro. A huge, huge gap in the defense to stack a 4th man over towards the bomb site, likely feeling because FaZe had so much presence there.